Welcome to the Qualk Show and happy Saturday night. On tonight's show, we are talking about being an entrepreneur, and in specific, being an entrepreneur in the LGBTQ plus community. We have a few members of the LGBTQ plus community here with us tonight, and they're going to get into a little bit of the odds and ends and the facts of how they were formed and how they grew and the effects, if any, that being part of the LGBTQ community either helped or hurt their businesses taking off. And first off, we have a very special guest to the show tonight. We have Witney McCloud. Witney is the blonde there. Witney owns K-townStreetMeat, and trust me, there isn't a joke you can think of that we haven't already thought of to come at you with tonight.
I have a couple more.
So Witney is a very successful owner of this company here in Kelowna, and she owns exclusive rights to a very booming area of this. Is it a city that we live in, Witney, or is it a town still? Is it a city?
It depends where you're from. I'm from Lake Country, so it's a city.
It's a city because Lake Country is literally like a store.
Yes.
Yes. Witney is a mom to 4 teenagers and has a brand new, well, she's not brand new anymore, but a brand new baby girl. Cutest little thing, born a little bit premature, and it's been amazing watching her journey. She works mostly weekend nights, which is kind of a little bit odd when you're having to raise a family as well. And we want to know how she does it, how she makes it all work with her family and her partner and all of that, working crazy hours on the weekend. Next up, we have Hannah Qizilbash. Did I get it right? Qizilbash?
Yes, you did. Good job.
Yeah, nailed it. She's the owner of a new gender-neutral clothing company called Nodhi Pop. You can reach them on Facebook, and I know she's going to give you some more information on her website as well. She's going to tell us all about it. And where you can get these items, why she created this company, and how we can help her to grow it. So welcome, everyone. Thank you so much for being here with us tonight.
Thank you for having me.
Quick shout out to a friend of the show, Bonnie, for delivering her little 2-pound fighter today. Congratulations, Bonnie. Hallie sent us pictures over text. Absolutely beautiful. Congrats. There's no greater love, hands down.
Another community baby!
A community baby. Exactly. Our exclusive Qualky Talkie members are in, again, for some really kind of a gong show, actually, if you ask me, of behind-the-scenes insight tonight as we take you backstage to one of our production meetings that we have with the 3 of us. It's a Qualk Show business meeting like you've never seen before. If you've ever wondered where we come up with our topics.
I totally forgot what happened.
Who takes care of what, and what our dynamic is like when the lights and cameras are off. This is definitely the after show for you, my friends.
Let me just interject and say I read the bylaws of YouTube and I have to edit out the porn first.
Yeah.
Yeah. Done that, but I will.
Something happened during the show and you're going to have to tune in to see what it was. But poor little Stephanie, I've gotten her to try the cinnamon. I have now got her to watch something on the...
She made me watch porn by accident. She set me up.
No.
Let's just say, okay.
We told you not to watch it, Stephanie.
We told you not to watch it.
We said, don't open that, don't open that, don't open that.
This is how it started. Stephanie, I'm not going to say anything more other than this. Stephanie has a brand new business page called 2 Girls, 1 Goal. And she didn't understand why that elicited some laughter from Hallie and myself, where we thought that name was a little close to something else we'd seen in our very distant past.
I didn't know. Okay? I didn't know.
And she does know now. Hallie, how can people sign up so that they don't miss this absolute gong show that we have for them tonight?
Oh, it's, yeah, the walkie-talkies are in for something special, that's for sure. Carol, calm down. Breathe.
I have to swallow. I just don't spit coffee all over my partner's Mac computer. I would not be in a good place with her.
No. What you want to do is you want to go to the qualkshow.world, And in the, what is it called? The lower left, it's join the community. Lower right.
Yeah, actually, a pop-up comes up on the bottom, join the community, or on the lower left, there's also the members area.
That's right. Or
Or
if
you
you
could
just
go
go
to the line at the top and click join us.
Yeah,
Yes.
because we like to make it really complicated for you guys. So here's 3 different versions of how you might want to get there later.
We don't have a budget, okay? We gotta take it with stream. So if you want me to have a better service, donate to me.
Subscribe. That's all we need you to do.
Yeah,
If you're watching this show right now, you need to hit the subscribe button. If it's red, you're not subscribed.
Even if you're gonna end watching it right now, do me a solid. Hit the subscribe button. Personally, I don't even care if you watch the show. Just subscribe, okay? Just subscribe. Welcome to everyone on the panel. We've got Stephanie, myself, Hallie, bringing it home for you tonight. Let's get rolling with hot flashes. Bill Gates has said, it's fine to celebrate success, but it is more important to heed the lessons of failure. How many failures should a person endure until they give up on their dream or project?
Ooh.
Gosh, I feel like giving up shouldn't be an option, right? Like if you're passionate enough about something, just go for it until you can't anymore. I mean, until it's done. Accomplish.
100%. Did Street Meat take off quickly, Whitney?
No, it was quite the challenge to figure it out and do meetings and master manipulate your way into figuring that out. And I think you should just push and try and keep going. There is no end really, especially as an entrepreneur. You can't quit. You have to keep trying, reinvent yourself all the time. It's just not a possibility, when you're a business owner.
Yeah, I agree. And I just want to reiterate as well that Whitney did in fact just say you have to master manipulate the Street Meat business. I just wanted to throw that out there for anybody that missed that. Jeff Bezos states that one of the huge mistakes that people make is that they try to force an interest on themselves. You don't choose your passions choose you. So let's go down the line. What are you passionate about other than this show for us? And that's too easy. And what about this show makes you passionate? So I guess that one is a little bit for us and the other ones are for you guys. What in life makes you passionate other than the businesses that you're currently working on?
I'll go first. For me, it sounds cliche, but my kids, they just kind of changed everything, and they've kind of made me into a better person and made me into someone who really wants to accomplish a lot of things for myself, for them, for the world, just to, really, really get in there and make a difference in their lives, change my life, my wife, and through the business and through making them better people.
Yeah. And we were talking a little bit before the show, Hannah. How are you fitting in the growing this new business with, I heard 9-month-old twins?
It's definitely a challenge. It takes a lot of navigation and a lot of planning. Believe it or not, we're on a really strict schedule. But, loving the aspect of the business and what we're doing there kind of makes it easy. It makes, okay, I can stay up a little bit longer, or let me go ahead and squeeze this in when I'd rather be taking a nap, or, focusing on making sure that people are focused on neutrality and equal rights for everyone. And through something as fun as fashion, just makes things so much easier to cope with. It doesn't feel like work.
Yeah, when it's something you're passionate about, right?
Yeah.
If you need any scheduling help, Hallie is in fact our scheduling queen. She's got a calendar for everything. So there's some scheduling friends out there.
Absolutely shameless plug. And I will 1,000% say Plum Paper. If you want to sponsor us, I will plug you every day. This is my life. Like this is my life. Every single week, every single day, I have things. I have reminders to weigh in and take measurements. Like,
wow.
This is not a paid endorsement. I'm just saying.
This is not.
But we will tag you in this video. What is it? Plum something? And
Plum Paper.
You now owe us 50 cents. Just saying.
Just send us all planners. Everybody will fall in love.
Yeah, exactly. Whitney, what are you passionate about other than in your business? It's gonna be your kids, right? It's gonna be your family.
You know, I wouldn't say, first of all, that I'm really passionate about my business. Clearly, I'm, selling wieners on the side of the street. So
that is the greatest thing ever when you're gay, especially like.
Right. I wasn't like, I want to be the lesbian wiener seller. That was not my goal at all. And took me by surprise that I even really am involved in that business.
Yeah.
But I just was trying to buy time. So I'm passionate about my time.
Yeah.
I'm trying to buy time to do the things that I actually love and be with my family. Yeah. And just buy time to travel, to do whatever kind of feeds my soul. And that's how I got involved in that business, was like, how do I make the most money in the shortest amount of time?
I love it. Yeah. I love it. I think all of us have thought about opening up a street meat thing since we realized the effects that it could have on our life. Stephanie, other than this show, other than glasses, what are you passionate about?
Growth. I guess that's the best way to say it. I don't stop because I really enjoy the process. That's why Gary Vee, he's I don't even know what you categorize him as, Hallie, an entrepreneur,
he's a motivational entrepreneur, but he's an entrepreneur first. He's a social media marketing entrepreneur.
So he's like a spiritualpreneur, whatever. But I like the process of just creating and doing and just always being busy. So, because I feel like personally, I'm obsessed with work hard while you have your health. Yeah. So I just like being busy. I probably secretly have ADD, but that's what I'm passionate about, is just always moving.
Yeah, 100%. Hallie, what about you? Other than charts and binders and organization tools, what are you passionate about?
I would say my ultimate passion is outside of family. I'm going to take it away from the family aspect. Yeah. I love to travel. Like, traveling is huge for me. Yeah. So being able to travel and basically doing anything in my power to make sure that I can travel. I work really hard so that I can go on trips. I work 2 jobs right now, and I have this to make sure that we can all get together in January. So, things like that.
I love it. Steph, before we go any further, I just am seeing a large vagina over your left shoulder. What is over your left shoulder there? No, it just looks like a large vagina behind you. And I was wondering if you got a new Hillary toy.
No. We talked about this in season 1. I am in the closet. And this is the only house that I get, even though I help pay the mortgage because my family's taking over everything else. So I have to share the closet with my wife's craft stuff.
Wow.
And
that's crafts. That looks like a dartboard.
This is my Hillary Clinton shrine. I was on Team Hillary way before she had a team, just to say.
Does she have a team?
And this is like all my Qualk business. These are my other endeavors. So yeah, that's what it is. It's just pretty much a culmination of Adria's crap behind me, because that's the only space we have for that.
I love it. I love it. Albert Einstein was.
I literally thought you were, sorry, real quick. I thought you were talking about the vaginas up here, and I'm like.
The vagina's up here.
Yeah, like, here.
This is new, though. This is new. This little thing over your other shoulder. I've never seen that before.
Oh, because it's usually up like this.
Oh.
Anyway,
Albert Einstein was quoted saying, "Logic will get you from A to B. Imagination will take you everywhere." Can we really achieve anything that our minds can imagine? Or is this a little bit of a setup for failure? For example, I imagine what it would be like to fly almost every night in my dreams, but I'll die if I actually choose this dream. So what dreams are we supposed to follow, and what dreams shouldn't we follow?
I think that
Who wants to get her first?
Go ahead, Hannah.
I think that it is important to also, before you, like, dreams are awesome, but things that you want to put in motion, you have to realize your strengths and play on your strengths. So through watching and learning and reading about business and doing the Qualk show, I am very much learning that I am not an entrepreneur. I am an organizer. I am a go-getter. I am awesome in the business world, but I am not an entrepreneur. I don't have that drive. So I know that that's nothing that I would succeed at. However, we have Stephanie that is killing it for us.
Stephanie is the only entrepreneur out of the 3 of us. I come up with the jokes, Hallie organizes all of us, and Stephanie builds the business.
Exactly.
That's why I wanted Hannah and I wanted Whitney to at least be on the show.
Exactly. She needed some support.
You needed fellow entrepreneurs, not just really nice people in a funny one.
They have real businesses, guys.
Yeah. Weird. What about you, Whitney? Do you think there's anything in life that you should say to yourself, that dream is too big, I can't achieve that?
Well, I think if we're talking about jumping off the roof of our house and hoping we can fly, I think that's probably a little bit bigger. But
Please do not try this at home.
Yeah, I don't want to recommend that to anybody.
Yeah.
But I think as far as like trying to achieve like your dreams, or, you know, you want to live in Costa Rica one day, or you want whatever that may be. Yeah. All of those things are achievable. And I think once you start to go toward something that you have this, you know, crazy dream about, it kind of morphs into something else and becomes, you know, this new dream, and it's ever changing, and you get to this place and you're like, how did I even get here? It's just a journey, you know?
100%. That is so true.
Do you have a dream board?
I did. I don't now, but I did. I had a dream board all my life, and had, at this point in my life, maybe I'm too busy or whatever my excuses are, but like I was like, I'm going to own a house when I'm 27 years old. It's going to look like this. I was 27 years old. I owned a house, and you just got to push. Like you're just always sort of pushing and driving yourself to find whatever success is for you. And for me, that was big as a single mom with a bunch of kids. And I was like, I'm going to do this, and I'm done paying someone else's mortgage, and I'm, you know, and 100%. You know, beg, cheat, steal, manipulate, whatever. I was like, I will claw my way there, you know?
Good for you. Good for you. Building a business is not easy. I mean, the hours, the stress, the tears, the uncertainty. So why do we do it? Your own business takes so much time away from your family in the beginning, and even during and the end. You start in the beginning, even if in the end you start to achieve more time with your family, you're always giving up time for your business. I mean, there's been a million jokes and movie plots about it because it happens so much. When the going gets tough, what is the difference maker between people who stick it out and people that run for the hills? And most importantly, we want to know how we set ourselves up for success from people who have been there and done it. Hannah, let's start with you. First of all, tell the people watching at home what your business is called, where they can get a hold of you, and why you started it.
Well, the business is Nodhi Pop, and our website is www.nodhipop.com. That's NODHIPOP. Now, the name itself is a combination of my kids' names, Noah and Bodhi, and we just wanted an opportunity for them, along with every other kid in the country and the world, to have equal representation with something as fun as fashion. So we started shopping for them. Obviously, you buy for newborns, and everything was pink, and you know, everything was frilly, and everything was, you know, they're twins, so you would see things like copy and paste, and we're like, where's the individuality? When did they just get to be who they are as people, and not kind of put into boxes before they can walk, before they can talk? So we started on this journey to find things, just simple clothes. It wasn't the plan for it to be a business. And we just came across all these things that were amazing that you just don't see anywhere. And we wanted to kind of build a depot of sorts for people within and outside of the community to have access to, and to break out of those gender boxes, and to kind of express without having to worry about, oh, if I'm going down the street and my kid's in blue, people are going to assume that my child's a boy. And, you know, so that really was our motivating factor. That was our drive, and it's something that we personally feel really strongly about. And therefore kind of pushed it, and here we are.
So when did it change from just shopping for articles of clothes for your kids to saying, you know what, there's a need out here, like we can tap into this, and we should?
Because during the search, it was hard. It was hard finding the stuff. It took a lot of work, a lot of networking to go out there and find the stuff and see where it is. And, you know, we've reached out to different countries. I mean, we're sourcing from all over the world, and we have all of it in one place ready to go. And that we can understand how easy that is to be able to go to one place and shop, because it wasn't for us. It took us months to get stuff in because we were shopping from everywhere. And, you know, when you look just in the local stores, if you look online for places in the US, you just don't have the variety. You don't have the neutrality. You don't have the things that are, you know, what you don't see every day. You go to your regular stores and you see the same stuff in Target, in Walmart, and everywhere. We needed that offer for something else to be put out there so everyone could enjoy really cute stuff.
Oh yeah, it's super cute. I've taken a look at your site and I commented and gave you a review.
I know, it almost makes me want to have a new baby.
Adorable. Adorable.
Almost, not really.
Almost. Whitney, tell us a little bit about your company, when you started it up, why you started. You went into a little bit of why, because you wanted to utilize, I believe, the least amount of time and make the most amount of money. So what kind of research went into that?
Actually, kind of circumstance took me there. I had a friend that I knew that had like vendor carts like downtown.
Yeah.
And she accidentally texted me one day and was like, "Oh, can you come and work?" And I was like, at where? Who is this?
Baby, how much?
I was like, what is this for? So she texted me, said, "Oh, sorry, I had your number in my phone and I must have texted you by accident." So I ended up going and doing that a couple of times. You know, I was like, this works for me right now. Good tips. You know, I was single at the time. I'd go downtown, you know, summertime, wearing my bikini and, you know, like a little tank top and tiny shorts. And I looked
just so you guys out there know, Kelowna is kind of funny called Kelownafornia because it's like the California of Canada. So just to give you an idea why she's wearing her bikini downtown selling. We're not in like Alaska or anything. People think Canada is cold.
Well, it was. You're north of me, so of course you're like walking around with polar bears.
Yeah, exactly.
But yeah, I was making like crazy tips and then, you know, bringing this money home to her at the end of the night. And I was like, I have this bag full of money and I'm pursuing a career as a social worker. And clearly I've lost my mind because I need to get a hot dog stand. Right. So
that's
I was,
so funny.
You know, I thought to myself, I have the week free. And, you know, I mean, I have other things that I do, but just as a job for myself, I could go Friday and Saturday night, you know, work the long weekends and bring home this money and, you know, really utilize my time. So I should do this too. It seems like a great idea. 100%. And it was 100%. Hard. It was hard to get into, but, you know, once you get that niche and find your way, that's how I ended up there.
That's awesome. Do you find being from the queer spectrum, and I mean, let's face it, we know who's buying your hot dogs at 2 a.m. outside of the bar. It's a bunch of drunk people.
Right.
Like, your nights must be insane. I know that you've told me that I should come and tape a comedy sketch one night just by your hot dogs.
We could actually have like a channel like Hot Dog Diaries.
And I love it.
Producer. I love that idea.
It would be a life ruiner for some that are you know there with women they're not actually dating, but it would be unreal. It's unreal the stories we have.
It must be crazy out there. I can't even imagine. So what would be some of the 3 things that either of you, let's even take 1 to 3 things that you would tell somebody who says, I want to start up a new business like this, or this. So what would be your advice to somebody, and maybe in specific for Nodhi Pop that you would say to somebody would help them out when they're starting their business?
You know, for me, I was really there was a lot of things or a lot of points during the journey where there was a lot of self-doubt. And I think it was Audrey Hepburn who said, you know, anything is possible. Nothing is impossible. The word itself says I'm possible. And that's one of those things. We ran through so many roadblocks and so many questions and so much, oh my God, are we really going to do this? Are we going to run broke? Are we going to be able to feed our kids because we're spending all our money trying to get a business running? And, you know, just if it's something that you really believe in and it's something that you really want to do and you're doing it for the right reasons, do it. Don't give up. If it's your passion, stick with it and just make it happen, because, you know, the regret that comes from giving up is so not worth the risk of accomplishing your dream. Yeah. So stick with it.
I agree.
You know, just stick with it.
Whitney, what would be your advice to somebody who was thinking about starting up a business, or as part of that, is there any bursaries or funds available from the government for small businesses like this that you're aware of that would help somebody out?
Well, I think different organizations and stuff, like for myself, I'm First Nation, so I could go through First Nations if I wanted to get a loan. You know, anyone under 30 especially can really like access funds through First Nation development, and actually have a lot of that forgiven, which is amazing for, you know, a first-time business owner.
Wait, what's First Nation and how here in America do we get that?
Yeah, we don't have that here.
You have to be born it, Stephanie. That is,
yeah.
That is. I'm scared to say it because I don't know the politically correct. The natives, is that a bad word?
So it's basically the Canadian version of Native Americans.
Yes, thank you.
I'm
sweating here trying to be politically correct while I do this.
You go right ahead with your hot dog.
Indigenous peoples.
Indigenous, thank you.
Yes, Indigenous.
Well, you know what?
But I mean, there's so many different organizations.
From you, honey, you go right ahead with that hot dog cart, okay?
Yeah. The reason that I ask, and Stephanie can speak to this as well, is that there are actually bursaries and money out there for LGBTQ entrepreneurs as well, and women. And so I just kind of wanted to get that information out to our viewers, that even if you're looking at your bank going, I can't afford a hot dog stand, even though the promise is there and I can see that somebody's doing it and making money and providing for their family doing it, I only have $5. So I don't think that I can convert that into a hot dog stand. There's so many things out there that people don't tap into. Did you find any of that, Hannah, or did you just kind of sometimes where do you find your clothes? Where do you source your clothes? That would be my question.
Well, from all over the place. So we've got stuff coming, you know, we're wholesaling a lot of things off from the UK, from Australia, wonderful. You know, just all over the place. And we have, our business is fairly new and we are still in the process of building it. And during that process, we've not yet reached into other sources of funding. We are right now completely self-funded. And that makes it scary. It makes it scary.
Tell me about it.
You know, I got 9-month-olds in the other room. It makes it really scary. So, you know, it's great that these opportunities are out there. Luckily, we've not had to tap into those resources yet. Hopefully, the community gets to really jump in and utilize them. And maybe we will one day. But for right now, we're crossing our fingers.
That's awesome. This might not be a politically correct statement or question, but I've never been accused of being politically correct. But do you guys find that the LGBTQ plus community, do you think that people have more or less money to spend, or are they spending their money more or less than the rest of the population, so to speak?
I mean, based on what I know and friends, etc., I feel like the LGBTQ plus communities, we tend to spend our own money quite a bit.
I feel. I think so too. That's what I was getting at, is because I used to say for years, there's like this untapped market, this untapped 2% that you can make millions off of if you come up with the right product, right?
Yeah, I mean, I definitely feel like there's a lot of possibility for support and a lot of interconnectivity within the community that is yet to be tapped into. Definitely.
Yeah, exactly. That's awesome. Is there anything else that either of you guys wanted to share about your businesses, or if you want to state again where they can shop for your clothes, Hannah? And we're also going to be putting this information up on our page on Facebook. We've done some pre-show advertising of both the K-townStreetMeats as well as Hannah's business, Nodhi Pop. Nodhi Pop, right? I said it right? I keep second guessing myself because you said Bodhi, and Bodhi is my nephew's name as well, so I'm so used to hearing that name. It's like one of my favorite names. It's adorable. Anyways, Nodhi Pop. I'm never going to forget it now. So go ahead, shout out where people can get a hold of you again.
Well, we're at www.nodhipop.com, and we have a Facebook page and an Instagram page. And, you know, we would love feedback. Of course, follow us. We're running specials all the time, but we would love feedback. Tell us what you like. Tell us what you'd like to see more of. Tell us what you don't like. You know, let us know how we can make things better for you, what you're looking for. You can email us at info@nodhipop.com with those suggestions. You can email us through the site, contact us on there. But yeah, get in there, let us know. And thank you guys so much for the support. And it was
get in there and support some of your fellow LGBTQ plus community businesses, because it's as important as supporting local businesses, things of those nature, because we are local to each other. Whitney, what's your page? Where can people take a look at your street meat? And for all of our Kelowna viewers, which are quite a few actually, believe it or not, where can they find you on a Friday or Saturday night?
We're out front of Rose's Pub. Obviously, marketing for me is a little different than it is for her. I don't have a webpage.
You have a bikini to market. She has a page. Yeah.
Exactly. I'm like, where's my location? I don't know. It's none of your business.
If you have any questions, if you have any questions for Whitney on, how you want to, if you wanted to franchise out or do some different things, you can get a hold of her on her Facebook page at K-townStreetMeat. I want to thank both of you ladies for being on the show tonight. I had so much fun. I've been joking around kind of all night, so thank you for taking what I have to give, which can be a lot. If you're leaving us, thank you so much for joining us. Remember to tune in next week as we are talking about all things election. The election is finally going to be over by next week's.
Tell them we're going to record tomorrow, and we'll put it up on Monday.
Go ahead, Steph. Go ahead.
So YouTube is exploding with content creators. They were called out by Casey Neistat to say who they're voting for. So he very kindly said who he's voting for, and everybody's freaking out about it. So we're going to do our version of it. We're going to tell everybody who we're voting for. Why? Because why not?
Because it's such a secret for you, Stephanie. You've got 5 bobbleheads behind you, an actual Hillary Clinton sign. Whitney and I are in Canada going, we're so done with this bullshit. Like, come on, you guys. Like, this has been going on forever.
How do you know? Freaking nutcracker.
Make sure, again, that you are a member of the Qualky Talkie team. You're going to want to go in there, look for the green stars, the white star surrounded by green. That's going to be the newest content, and trust me, you do not want to miss it. Out of all of the after shows, this is the one.
Oh, my God.
It's behind the scenes looks at how we are building our dynasty. And trust me, it is an absolute gong show.
Oh.
If you must leave, tune in next week. Like I said, we're talking about the fate of the United States election. And you know that we are definitely going to be quacking about it. So thank you, everyone, for being on the show tonight. Grab your coffees or cocktails, and we will see you on the other side in the Qualky Talkies members only area. Thanks, everybody. Have a great night.
Good night.